All right, so we're finally going to start looking at body text. And the reason I've left that till the end is because in many ways it's kind of the simplest thing to do. Um, but obviously it's really important because ultimately body text is the article, right? So without it, we just got some pretty pictures and headlines. Here's what I've done, ironically. I have stolen an article off The Guardian website about AI generated music because I'm a thief. Do never do this. This is purely for demonstration purposes only. So here's what I will do. I will select all of that and I will Control C to copy it, and then I'll come back to InDesign, wherever that's gone, because yeah, this is all being a bit weird. Oh wow, look at that. What a mess. There we go, we're back in InDesign. Now, Control Plus, the good old zoom in and hold down the space bar to click and drag around. Right, this is what we've currently got, okay? I'm going to select all of that text. The quickest way to select all is Control A. You can probably do right click and select all or something. No, maybe not even that. Just can do Control A and hit delete. And then I've got that Guardian article that I copied over, and I'm going to Control V to paste that in. So here I've got all of my body text in these columns. Couple of key things to be aware of. One, you see at the end of this column, when I select it, there's this red plus button, and we talked about that a little bit when we were doing headlines. I'm zooming in nice and close so you can see it properly. This red plus button means help! I can't fit all the text in these columns. That's fine because it's going to go onto another page, but we're going to have to link those columns, and I'll show you how to do it. Second thing to be aware of is um, I'm going to introduce you to paragraph styles. So paragraph styles are presets that we can use very, very quickly. You set them up in advance, much like I did the parent pages. And these are ways I can very quickly turn my text. I've got one for headline, one for stand first with highlight, one for pull quote, one for paragraph, one for a drop cap opener. Explain that in a moment. One for header, one for footer. So if I, for example, pick stand first with highlight, that's automatically going to change all that text into how a stand first would usually look. Okay, no good to me, obviously. What I want to do is make sure that it's just paragraph. Okay, so make sure it's set to paragraph. But oh, that's being a bit funny. Why is it not recognizing that? All right, fine. Stupid thing. Um, okay, then you may have noticed from the previous design, which I'll show here, that I've got something called a drop cap. Now, a drop cap is a capital letter at the beginning of a paragraph that we use in Neon. They're kind of actually, in a way, super old-fashioned, like illuminated Bibles, hand-drawn before printing used to use them. But they're cool, right? They're decorative. I like them. I'm a sucker for a drop cap, and it's part of Neon's house style. So you'll notice from here that you have a paragraph style called drop cap opener. Now click on that and it will give me my drop cap opener. The only problem with this is that the color of the drop cap is wrong for this particular spread, which is fine. I'm going to go into my theme here and I'm going to go with this darker orange to change it. Now, if you wanted to manually add a drop cap, it's worth me teaching you how to do that, I think. Let's say that I took this paragraph and selected it. The drop cap app option is down here, um, and it's this little button which I can make. Oh, look at the size of that drop cap. That's ridiculous, isn't it? And it's the number of letters that get drop capped as well. But you can do your own drop caps. Like, well, I'm teaching you how to do it, but you don't need to because you've got the drop cap opener, right? So that's the essence of getting the body text in there. Just make sure that all the paragraphs except the first one are using the paragraph, sorry, and all the and then the first one is using the paragraph style drop cap opener. I think I'm even more tired than I was yesterday and making even less sense, but I'm doing my best. Okay, cool. Right, so what do we do about this big red plus? Because what we actually need is for all of this text to automatically follow on to pages 3 and 4. Well, we're actually going to go back to using parent pages. Remember those from the second video or something? I'm going to click on pages up here, and I'm going to select page 4, and then I'm going to hold down shift, click on page 5. And the thing I'm actually going to apply, the parent pages I'm going to apply by right clicking and going to apply parent to pages, is C4 page second spread. And I'm going to click OK on that. Aha! Now, zoom in on this a little bit so you can see what's going on. So we've got a template for the second spread of a 4-page article. Now, you may remember that the thing about a parent is everything is locked down. I can't move any of it. I can't touch any of it. Not a problem if we right click and go to override all parent page items and click on that. That will loosen this stuff up and make it editable. So then the final part of the puzzle is to get this text here to automatically link to this text here, and finally this text here. So how do I do that? Well, let's start by clearing out all the text in these boxes. This is something called lorem ipsum. It's gibberish. It's fake Latin that we use when we are doing layout, because you lot, journalists, are a nightmare, and often you don't actually finish a copy until the very last minute. We know what you what we need from you. We need your body text, but you haven't finished it, so we use this gibberish as a placeholder. And I will show you how to create placeholder text as well, but not this video. So I've got all that gibberish and I've hit delete, and now these columns are empty. These columns are bursting at the seams, and I need this stuff to carry on down here. That's where the red plus comes in. So zooming in so you can see a bit more clearly, I click on that red plus and I come down to my columns down here, and you can see that this text is following me about, and wherever I click it's going to drop it in. So now the columns continue, and like if I start typing, hey, John is the coolest teacher in the history of all time, you can see hopefully that this column is now continuing into that column and continuing down here. So we've successfully linked across pages, and we're ready to kind of put together our full 4-page or 2 double-page spreads. Now I've still got a red line down here, a red box, and that means my text isn't fitting in. So that also means I'm going to have to think a little bit about how big my image can be on this page, where I need to put that text. I could start dragging down here, and that would give me some more room. Still got the red box. I could start dragging up here, bring that to the top of the page. Still got the red box. So this is the fundamental reason why we use word counts, and why you will be given quite a strict word count for your piece if it is going in neon, because it needs to fit in the space we have. I mean, okay, so I try making this image smaller and fitting that, remember, fill frame proportionally. Yeah, okay, so now the article is fitting in. So we are getting there. Layout still needs some work. This particular image is useless to us because it was just a random generic image. I will put something more relevant to the actual article there. But we're getting there. Next up, what should we go to next? I think next we'll probably look at how to insert placeholder text, and then also we'll start looking at how to work with full page images. All right.